Welcome to Japan English News, Quick Scan. Today's headlines. Tokyo reports 11,227 new coronavirus cases. The Tokyo metropolitan government on Saturday reported a record high 11,227 new coronavirus cases, up 1,528 from Friday and up 6,666 from last Saturday. It is the first time that the daily count has topped 10,000. The number of infected people hospitalized with severe symptoms in Tokyo is 12, up 1 from Friday, health officials said. The nationwide figure was 424, up 10 from Friday. 6.4 magnitude earthquake rocks southwestern Japan. An earthquake with estimated magnitude of 6.4 occurred at the depth of about 40 kilometers off the Pacific coast of the Kyushu region in southwestern Japan at around 1:08 a.m. Saturday, according to the Japan Meteorological Agency. No tsunami is feared following the earthquake, agency officials said. The quake measured upper 5, the fourth highest level on the Japanese seismic intensity scale, in Oita and Miyazaki. Tongans determined to rebuild battered homeland after eruption. Tongans said they were determined to rebuild their battered homeland in the wake of last week's devastating eruption and tsunami as a massive clean-up continued Saturday in the Pacific Kingdom. The powerful eruption of the Hunga volcano last Saturday triggered a tsunami that crashed across the Tongan archipelago, affecting more than 80% of the population, according to the United Nations. 10 countries to observe UN nuclear ban treaty meeting in March. At least 10 countries have officially notified the United Nations that they will participate as observers at the first meeting of signatories to a treaty banning nuclear weapons slated for March in Vienna, sources familiar with the matter said Friday. Japan, which relies on the U.S. nuclear umbrella for its security and is not one of the treaty's 86 signatory countries and regions, is facing growing calls to join the meeting as an observer as it is the only country to have experienced atomic bombings. 37% of Japanese say ties with South Korea unimportant, survey. Around 37% of people in Japan do not think that the country's future relationship with South Korea is important, a Cabinet Office survey on diplomacy showed Friday. At 37.4%, the share of respondents who said they do not think Tokyo-Seoul ties are important fell by 3.0 percentage points from the record high set in the previous survey for fiscal 2020, but it remained at a high level. Rio de Janeiro Carnival parades postponed to April. The Brazilian city of Rio de Janeiro says it will postpone February's annual carnival parades to late April, due to a surge in coronavirus cases. Rio's mayor told local television the city decided it was appropriate to delay the event instead of canceling it. He said infections are expected to subside by late April. The city has already canceled its carnival street parties due to the pandemic. Brazil has been experiencing a surge in COVID-19 infections, with more than 100,000 cases reported daily. Roller coaster at Universal Studios Japan comes to emergency halt 43 meters up. Some 30 passengers on a roller coaster at Universal Studios Japan, USJ, in this city were left stranded 43 meters above the ground when the ride came to an emergency halt on January 22. The incident occurred on the Hollywood Dream, the ride roller coaster at about 1:10 p.m. according to the operator of the park in Osaka's Kanohana Ward. A sensor detected an abnormality. As of 1:50 p.m. on January 22, passengers were being retrieved from the ride. Tiger releases first bottle that keeps carbonated drinks fizzy. Tiger Corporation, a leading domestic maker of thermos bottles and rice cookers, has become the first Japanese manufacturer to develop a vacuum-insulated bottle that keeps carbonated drinks from losing their fizz. The company released the new product on Friday with expectations for use by those engaged in outdoor activities, which have been gaining attention as the pandemic has more people seeking natural outlets for recreation. Vending machines for non-beverage goods on rise in Japan. Japan is seeing an increase in the number of vending machines that sell items other than drinks, as businesses seek to take advantage of the benefit of not having to come into close contact with customers. Gyudon beef on rice meals, ikura salmon roe and flowers are just some of the items being sold in machines, as restaurants forced to close on a temporary basis amid the novel coronavirus crisis increasingly turn to the technology. Thank you for listening. See you tomorrow.